to welcome you to the School of Science and Technology 2015 graduation. It is wonderful to have you all here to share this memorable moment. My name is Kristen Tuco, and I am Administrative Assistant at the School of Science and Technology. I, along with our administration and faculty, have the privilege of seeing this class grow and mature. It is wonderful to see you now graduate and wish you the best in your future endeavors. With that, I would like to welcome Becky Arachongo to the stage to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so badly we care at the twilight's last gleaming, who but stripes and bright stars through the perilous night? Oh, the ramparts we watched, they're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets back there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, ladies here. I would like to introduce at this time our administration on the stage. We have Mr. DeMercy, our school principal. Mr. Reginald, our assistant principal. And our special guest, Colonel John A. Ray, Jr. At this time, I would like to give a special thanks to our guest speaker this evening, Colonel John A. Ray, Jr. Please help me welcome him to the stage.
Well, that was an awesome rendition of the national anthem. And I know that you weren't supposed to be the singer of that tonight, but you did an awesome job. Mr. Mercy, Ms. Rocco, Ms. Miniola, Ms. Flores, Mr. Redipov, distinguished guests, families, friends, I'm humble and honored to be your keynote speaker tonight. Now, I have 24 years in the Marine Corps. I'm the Marine Aviation Training Support Group commanding officer. So I have about 3,000 Marines across Corpus Christi, Kingsville, Randolph, Lackland, Goodfellow, and out of Fort Huachuca out in Arizona. So I don't want to say I know a little bit about leadership, but I've learned a little bit about leadership over time, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that. But I want to first of all congratulate our graduates. This night is about you, and you've earned it. 12 or what, 13 years? You guys worked hard to get here, and Ms. Rocco said that you guys were really sharp. We're going to find out. So we're going to focus tonight, my remarks will focus on leadership and the future. Like I said, I know a little bit about leading because I made a lot of mistakes. Okay, trial and error, mostly error. Okay, so I've learned from the school of hard knocks. I want to pass some of those things on to you guys. Okay, so first of all, I want to cover a couple things about leadership. What is the difference between leadership and management? Okay, first question. What is leadership? Do you have anybody have any ideas, Brendan? Influence to what? To accomplish a goal or objective. Great answer. Okay, it's influence. Okay, it's influence. Now, how's that different than management? Anybody have that? Anybody have management?
Management is organizing, coordinating, and supervising.
Organizing, coordinating, and supervising. So a little bit different. So leadership is influence, and management is kind of like you're managing a schedule, right? Okay, so there's a little bit of difference there. Leadership requires some decision-making. There's some decision-making factors that you should consider if you're a leader. Anybody have any idea what those factors might be?
Ethical, moral, and legal decision factors.
That's great. Ethical, moral, and legal. Okay, that's great. Gosh, that's real cool. These guys are awesome. Okay. So what kind of leader are you? Okay, so the question is, when you join student council, they have a student council at your school, correct? So when you join student council, did you join the student council and be elected to make the organization in your school better? Or did you do it to build your resume? I know the answer is both. Okay, great answer. All right, so great leaders solve problems. Great leaders solve problems. Anybody have an idea how to solve problems if you're a great leader? By motivating and stimulating high performance, absolutely. High performance of what? High performance of others. So not just yourself, but high performance of others. That is leadership. Great leaders care about success of others, not just about themselves. They listen and they empower those they're leading. And if you try to lead everybody, and I'll tell you this, I've learned this one. I lead this way. It's the only way I lead. That's probably the wrong answer. Because some people respond to leadership different than others. And a true leader has to vary your leadership to get the most out of an organization. Okay? And if you build a culture of shared influence, leadership, shared influence, you'll truly gain or achieve maximum performance. So I got a top 10 list. All right? Things that really matter. Top 10 things that really matter. And I'll tell you, I made this list because things I've learned from doing it the wrong way and maybe a few things I've done right. But I'll tell you this. Number one on the list is integrity matters. It is something that you individually control, and no one can take it from you. No one. In fact, a great leader said the supreme quality for leadership is unquestionably integrity. Without it, no real success is possible. Who said that quote? Dwight D. Eisenhower. Yeah, no, so here's the next question. This is not a cheat sheet. Who is Dwight D. Eisenhower? He's a president, good answer, and a 4-star general. Okay. He brought us victory in Europe in World War II. Okay, so hard work matters. There's no substitute. Simply put, there is no substitute. Competence matters. What's competence? Know your stuff, right? Know your stuff. People matter. Why do people matter? Great answer. Great organizations are led by great people, absolutely. And I'll tell you this, and I genuinely mean this. Most of the time, great organizations are led by people that you don't know. Organizations or companies are often led by people you do know, but when they leave, guess what happens to the company? Great organizations, great companies are led by great people. Humility matters. So, anybody have any ideas why humility matters? Admit when you're wrong or when you've made a mistake, because everybody knows already. Absolutely. That's a good point. So listen. Listening is an important tool as a leader. Okay? Assimilate. What does assimilate mean? Think about it. Okay? Legal, ethical, moral. And guess what? Ask questions of those you work with. Okay? And then make a decision. And if you make a mistake, don't be afraid to say, I made a mistake. Because guess what? Whoever you're working for already knows it. Priorities matter. Why do priorities matter? If everything is a priority, nothing is. I've made that mistake many times. Hey, I want to do this. I have this laundry list of things that we need to do. Guess what? I didn't prioritize, and we don't do good at any of them. Okay, so you have to prioritize. Relationships matter. Relationships matter. Don't burn bridges. Learn that one the hard way. Instincts matter. Instincts. They say humans don't have instincts, so I argue that they do. Okay, because most of the time, what you think is right probably is right. Doing the right thing matters. When in doubt, just do it correctly and do it right. Okay, so parents, you're going to like this. Parents matter. Why do parents matter? They're usually right. Good answer. Okay, we talked about leadership. I hope you've gotten something from that top 10 list. I'm going to talk about the future, and I'll tell you, I don't know the future. Okay, I brought my 8-ball, shook it up. I brought my crystal ball, and I don't know what it is, but I can guarantee you this: there's going to be change. Okay, so when I graduated high school in 1986, we had computer programming in one of our classes, but I have no idea why I took that class. Cell phones were for the rich and famous. Everyone has one now. We did nuclear. Oh, that's not good. Now it's a test for me. All right. Thank you. Okay, so maybe that was our nuclear fallout drill. I don't know. Hey, I learned to type on a manual typewriter. That's without electricity. Okay, to do my senior research paper, I had to have it professionally done by professional typists. Okay, did you guys do that? No. You did it on a computer. Okay. If I wanted to call my girlfriend, I had to actually pick up the phone and call her. I couldn't call her from my car, which I'm not supposed to do here. Okay? And guess how you turn channels on TV? Okay, so today, everything's smart. Smartphone, smart TV, smart computer, you got everything smart, right? You got Twitter, you got, what's the new cab company, Uber? Pretty cool. Okay, I guess it works. So I worked at the Pentagon. And when I worked at the Pentagon, we wanted to find information around the world. What's our fastest means of finding out something? Do you think it was our intelligence folks that were doing their job out there? No, it was Twitter. It's unbelievable, the speed of technology today. So tomorrow, let's go back to what I said originally about the future. What does it bring? It'll bring change. Okay? And guess what, guys? And I mean this. You're going to be a part of that change. The power of the idea. You have that power right now. I'm an old guy. I'm a victim of my experience. That top 10 list, I'm a victim of that experience. You're not. You're going to be a part of that change. And we're all excited about it. The future's bright. Opportunities at your fingertips, literally, with all the smart stuff. You can do anything. And I say that because I'm from Oklahoma. I got my family there halfway back there. And I'm from Oklahoma, and guess what? I grew up on a dairy farm. I shoveled a lot of stuff growing on a dairy farm. I wanted to get off the dairy farm. Okay? Dairy farmers work every day of the year. twice a day. I went to a state school, a normal state school that most of you have never heard of. Okay? But in 1986, my first semester of college, I said, you know what, I want to do something different because I saw this billboard. And as I was driving my car down the road, I saw this billboard and it said, the few, the proud, the Marines. Call 1-800-MARINES. So I went back to my dorm room and I picked up this thing called a payphone. I put a quarter in and I called 1-800-MARINES. And a Marine answered at the other line and said, son, I understand you want to be a Marine. If you call that number today, so I tested it, if you call that number today, a Marine will pick up. Yes. I wanted to be a part of something special. I wanted to serve my country. I wanted to have a life of service. So my question to you, my final question, you don't need to answer it. But consider what you want to be. What is something special that you want to do? Because I need a leader. We need leaders. I ask that you lead us into the next generation. Congratulations.
Let's give him another round of applause. At this time, I would like to welcome our school principal, Mr. Mercy.
Dear honorable guests, Colonel Roy, Mr. Sulich, parents, families, faculty members, and students. Before I start my speech, I have to admit, graduation speeches are very challenging to make. I can read our graduates' minds in universal thinking. This speaker is all that stands between me and this celebration. That's why I will keep my speech short and neat. Today is a very special day, having a second graduating class of School of Science and Technology Corpus Christi. I am very proud to be here and I feel honored at this commencement ceremony. Students, your high school years seems to have passed in flurry of activities, course attended, grades attained, extracurricular activities, social events, and lesson learned. It's hard to believe that the next few months will see the graduating class of 2015 facing new horizons and challenges. Some of you may stay closer to home, some may move slightly further away, and yet others may find themselves in totally different continents. Wherever you may find yourself, and whatever challenge you may have chosen to follow and explore, hold through and watch shape your yesterdays. Acknowledge and appreciate what you are today, and dare to be all that you can be tomorrow. Graduates, you always keep in mind that you are the graduate of School of Science and Technology, in where the school vision is to lead the students becoming productive and responsible citizens. For that reason, wherever you go, you have the responsibility to be productive and give back to your community. Doing something for the community you live in and returning to the favor to those who have helped you are strong motivators. If you would like to give back to your school and pass your expertise to the next generation, starting here in the beautiful city of Corpus Christi, all of our doors with 4 campuses are open for you. Students, another important thing that we need to recognize here is the support you have received from your families. From my personal experience, I know that they have supported you and deserve big thanks. Graduates, please stand up and join me applauding your families. Last but certainly not least, please join me in thanking the past and present faculty of School of Science and Technology, Corpus Christi. You have had some outstanding teachers here. They have prepared you for today, and they have believed in you at every moment. As I conclude my speech, I would like to recognize some of you for all of your support and dedication. First, please join me thanking Colonel Gray for being with us today. And I also would like to recognize Mr. Schulich, SSTCC School's Assistant Principal, for his great leadership and continued support. As your principal, I want to give you a short but strong quote of motivational speaker and author Les Brown. Shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you will land among stars. That's keeping you on track. I hope that as your journey continues, you will set your goal always high and believe in yourself. Class of 2015, know that you are special and that as you make your way through life, always think of School of Science and Technology as your home. Best wishes for you, and thank you.
At this time, the university would like to present an award to Colonel John Ray. Now I have the pleasure of welcoming our salutatorian, Lauren Gonzalez, to the stage.
Hi everyone. You convinced me tonight is a special occasion, so here I am wearing heels. Not just like a little boy, you know. When they told me I was salutatorian, they also told me that I had to deliver a speech. You know what my reaction was? Do I have to? Well, here I am delivering the speech to you. Good evening, everyone. I'm proud to say that all 9 of us made it after attending Telescope Midway's graduation. I'm so thankful there's only 9 of us. We waited so long for this moment, some longer than others. I've literally been waiting since kindergarten for this moment. I actually had it all planned out, where I'd go for elementary, then middle school, then high school. But my plan changed. Oh wait, it's recording. Okay. Okay, I actually had it all planned out. I'd go to Belmont Elementary, then go to Grant Middle School, then wait for King High School. I don't know why my heart was so set on King High School. I think it's because their mascot was a Mustang, and when I was little, I'd pretend I was a pony. I was one of those weird kids. My plan changed in 3rd grade. I moved to Luther Jones Elementary, but not before telling my best friends at Galvon that I was moving to California, which was a lie. 6th grade, I began my year at Grant Middle School. Then in 7th grade, that all changed again. That's when SST opened up, and my parents enrolled me here at SST. To this day, I get used for it because they call it the HUD school, the whole HUD school. People thought I literally studied HUD products, like milk, dairy, and products, all that. And then the uniform, I always get questioned if I worked at Petco or Sonic or Domino's. Like anytime I wear the uniform out. Back to the story. I hated the idea of leaving Grant Middle School, and because I had established so many friendships and bonds and all that, I didn't want to leave at all. I begged my parents not to take me out, but they did anyway. I had no idea what the change would bring. It was going to sound really sappy, but moving was possibly the best thing that has ever happened to me. My grades were stupendous. My attitude was improved. There were minimal distractions, which meant there were no cute boys at all. I formed relationships. Some lasted, some didn't. At that time, I remember in 7th grade year, as Aurora and I were having a conversation about color dyes and contacts, and Yosa, our valedictorian, out of nowhere, came in and was like, I want a girl with colored eyes and I want nothing else and all that. He was kidding, Mom, never.